Hello, this is George Cole here. You probably know me better as Arthur Daly, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on Channel 7.
The original Minder is back, 9:30 Tuesday, only on Channel 7.
The Bert Newton Show is brought to you by the new Jenny Craig weight loss program. Now more than ever, it's the Australian way to lose weight. Television Network and associated stations presents The Bert Newton Show! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Welcome to the show. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Hang on. Dear. Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to the show. Thank you, darling, and to you too. Isn't that lovely? I feel such a fool because I forgot what we'll have to do on Thursday of last week or Wednesday of last week. My beloved director forgot the little opening we have now. I've forgotten it today, so today we'll have to go right from the top again. Okay, you right? Yep, sure. Here we go again. Here we go. Whenever you're ready, John. Whenever you're ready. Okay, I've got that chocolate secret. Off you go. Okay. Go on, mate. Yes. The Australian Television Network and associated stations presents The Bert Newton Show! That's about his speed, too. Welcome, everybody. Take two. Welcome to the show. It's good to have your company on this Monday. Hope your weekend was a good one, and we're heading for our great week together. To open our show today... Hang on a sec. This is most embarrassing. We have an assistant floor manager who was actually chatting up our first act. Neil, what do you think you're doing? Leave him alone. He's a very happily married man. Get your kicks elsewhere. Joe Perrone, the man with all the hair, is going to open today's show. The song is called Talk to You Later. Let me tell you about some of the people, though, you're going to meet in the show, just before we go to Joe at centre stage. What is wrong with you, Neil? Settle down, relax. I thought you'd gotten over that. Anyway, right. On the show today, we're going to be talking to Greg Evans, who's our special guest. Greg is going to be chatting to us. We're going to ask some advice of Greg on the show today. Also, we're crossing to Hollywood to speak to a lady called Marnie Nixon. Now, who knows Marnie Nixon? Anybody in the audience? No. Well, I tell you what, you have heard her, you love her. Pardon, love?
She sings for a lot of the stars, the big stars.
Yeah, that's right, darling, yeah. Fuck up the whole thing now, yeah. This girl, Marnie, well, you tell her. What does she do again?
She's a voiceover for a lot of the stars. So,
yeah. Could you mention any of the stars that she does it for?
Oh, no, not really.
No. Well, I can. Deborah Carr and Natalie Wood and Audrey Hepburn and Darren Hinch, all of them. Actually, and she dubs for all the people, those who can't sing. OK, that'll be a real surprise for you a little later in the show. To open our program, what's your name, by the way?
Oh, Daisy.
Daisy. I sort of picked that. OK, Daisy, we've got some lovely flowers for you, which will come out very, very soon with our compliments. And thank you very much indeed for telling me. Off you go, Wayne. Right. My producer will be very unhappy with me. To open our show for today, you know who it is. Here's Joe Perrone, and Talk to You Later.
That was wonderful, Joe. Just absolutely wonderful. Come over with me. Where's he gone? I can't find him.
That's the best transplant I've ever seen.
Do you like it? Eat your heart out, Joe.
That's unbelievable.
There you are.
It's the best laugh I've had in years.
Good on you. In actual fact, I want to try and look like you. I look like...
That's better than mine.
I look like more like one of the apostles. How do you manage to get... Oh, that's it.
Hang on.
So much better.
Beautiful.
Wouldn't it be wonderful, actually? How you going, Joe?
Not too bad, Bert. Yourself?
I told you last time on the show that I'd finish up looking like... Actually, I do fancy that. I look like Mona Lisa.
That's what. You should try that.
I'd love to be able to try it,
Does
Joe,
this do
but I
anything
can't.
for the ladies in the audience?
Yes.
See?
What about you, Daisy? What do you think, Daisy? Do you fancy that? Of course she does fancy that. Now, the thing is, I've got to get it off and, yeah, just make...
Do you want me to get some scissors or something?
No, I certainly don't. I don't want you to touch it, actually, Joe.
There you go.
You'd never know, would you?
Never know.
Look at that.
Let's see, does it do any difference for mine?
We'd like to thank the lady in the audience who allowed us to... just before the show. So, Joe, tell us all about yourself. What's importantly that's going to happen for you in the next couple of weeks, months?
Well,
good bookings?
Well, yes, very good bookings around town. I was telling you about last time about a band. But more importantly, in January, I've got to go off to the States. And
what's happening there?
Well, I'm recording an album, so that's big news for me.
Which label, can I ask you?
Oh, what can I say? Atlantic Records.
Atlantic?
Yes.
Do they do mature albums too? Because I've got the Australian rights to something that you can take over there. No, they wouldn't be interested, you don't think? Actually, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Can you get Kevin, the hairdresser? He's around the place somewhere, and he'll fix things for us. So that's really... My God, how's that for service? Come in, Kevin. Well, you're just waiting on me, or you're waiting on Joe, waiting on our assistant floor manager. Just fix my hair just the back, would you, mate? I actually... Now, wait a second.
Can I get Kevin the hairdresser to fix my hair?
It's not going to be one of those days, is it? Actually, you know something? Kevin, I wouldn't say he could replace you, but Kevin could actually do a spot on the show just like you've done, because he's a very good singer. Aren't you, Kevin?
Excellent.
Excellent singer. Would you like to sing for us today? Oh, wait, perhaps...
Kevin!
In actual fact, I think Kevin is so good we shouldn't just put him on the spot to do something with the piano. What say you come back later this week and do a spot on the show? Would you like that?
Yeah.
OK, we'll make it tomorrow. Tomorrow?
Excellent.
We'll see you tomorrow, Kevin. And thanks for fixing the hair. And thanks to you, Joe. Gonna stick around a little while?
Yeah,
How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for today, an old mate and a bloke who's done some extraordinary things. He started in radio and had extraordinary success there. Then he went to television. Then he went to 10. Then he went to 9. And then he went back to 10. And I think today he's making his first official appearance on the 7 Network. Please welcome Greg Evans. There you go. Beautiful. Well, what's the state of play, Greg? At the moment, no television and a lot of money, I'm told. Is that true?
No, that's not true. You always hear that, don't you? No, unfortunately, I wish I could say that was true. No, the show's Perfect Match is finished. We did our last record actually on Friday, Bert. Still recovering from the weekend. Still trying to get my voice back. And a lovely card signed by everybody, but no check in it, no.
A very emotional time, I would imagine, though.
Yeah,
Greg.
very sad, actually, Bert. 6 years the program's been on. I think that's it's over 2,700 people we've put together. And from that point of view, it's lovely for all the contestants on the show, but we've had 11 marriages and 1 Perfect Match baby that we know of.
Right, that's terrific. It's very sad to see Perfect Match coming off because it has been a great success. It's been a milestone in Australian television. But about yourself personally, I mean, the obvious question to ask is, what went wrong at the 9 Network? You were there for, what, just under 2 years?
That's right.
And things didn't really gel. I'm told the money was good. They looked after you beautifully. What went wrong, Greg?
I think that basically, Bert, the 2 shows that I did failed, and I think that's what went wrong. If either of those 2 programs had been successful, things would have been very different as far as the future at 9 went. But I never ever knew what I was going to be doing at 9 when I went there. Very cleverly, Sam Chisholm told me that he couldn't inform me of what I was going to do until I worked for him. So I went there with the great unknown. Well, when I got there and asked him that, he suggested that we might take over the 5:30 time slot. I said, but hang on, that's against Perfect Match. I've spent 3 years building that time slot up, and now you want me to go against it. So it was very difficult to find a program to beat Perfect Match. We certainly couldn't do it. The program that Nine came up with didn't even make a dent on Perfect Match. So that, and in turn, meant failure for me. So I sat around for another 6 months, and they were trying to think of another program. That didn't work, so it was bye-bye, Greg.
We're talking about what, Say Good Day. That was the first show. The second one was called what?
Crossfire. That was a quiz show. Originally, that was designed to fill in for Sale of the Century, just as a summer replacement for that. That was somewhat more successful than the first one, but was only ever designed to have a short life.
Yeah.
So that put me in the too hard basket, I think, for Nine. They didn't know what to do then.
Do you have regrets about going to Nine in the first place?
No, I think if I had it to do all over again, I think any man would have accepted the offer that they made. It was quite an experience to... As you would know, to be approached by the Nine Network. They come at a pretty fast speed. I mean, they come at you like a heat-seeking missile, and when they hit you, there's not much you can do. It was a very attractive offer. I think any man in his right mind would have taken it. I'm just sad, perhaps, that it didn't succeed as much as I would have liked it to.
I was reading a story on you just recently, one which I think you wrote yourself for the Melbourne Herald.
Yes, it could be that Rupert Murdoch's my new employer. That was quite.
Well, I thought it was a very interesting story, and I like the way you told the episode of how Nine approached you. You finished up. You went to lunch originally with a couple of tent executives, didn't you?
Yeah, they'd be very disappointed, I think, if this was ever got out. But still, time has passed by enough now to tell it. My contract with Channel 10 was a 3-year deal, and it had 4 weeks to run, and nobody had bothered to approach me to renew that contract. So I was getting a little bit itchy, thinking, my goodness, are they going to ask me to stay or not? So that lunch was simply designed to talk about a renewal. They had to get back to the channel and do some work, and left me there with, I might add, the bill for the lunch. And in walked Sam Chisholm and some senior executives from the Nine Network and said, hey, they have re-signed you and everything's right. Well, no, they haven't. Come, let's talk. And I'll never forget that day. They left and he took me over to his table. And the rest is history. I mean, it just happened by just that much. I mean, if they'd re-signed or if Sam hadn't walked in, I don't know what would have happened. But it's amazing that's how quickly your destiny, that took up the next 3 years of my life. It changed my whole life. Just that one Chinese restaurant. Must have been something I ate.
Right. Greg, I feel I can ask you this because I've never really hidden from anything that I've done in my television and radio career. Everyone is so upfront and high profile that I think it's best to admit to things when they're good and admit to things when they haven't been as good. I noticed at the Logies this year, which I compared, that there was a comment made by a comedian on stage about your night with the Logies. I know you reasonably well, and as you know, I've got the highest admiration for you, and I thought I detected in your face hurt just for a moment there, then all of a sudden cameras picked you up and you smiled. Number one, were you hurt? Number two, what went wrong with the Logies on that year?
Okay, yes, thanks, Bert. Well, the Logies that year, I think there was a couple of things perhaps that went wrong for me. I think perhaps I shouldn't have been asked to do that job. I hadn't spent enough time in the industry to have the experience to cope with that. But I was, and I was very, very honoured and very scared. I was just absolutely petrified walking down those millions of stairs that night. There were a lot of things that went wrong. The first one was the auto cue on that night. We were told at 4 o'clock that afternoon that the entire program was scripted. 4 o'clock on the afternoon of the telecast. I honestly thought that we would be opportunity to interview the guests that day, like we're talking now, with no preparation at all. That wasn't so. And the auto cue happened to be a new electronic one which continually broke down that night. The auto cue, as the audience would understand, is the teleprompt in front of the camera lens. This was digital and it was brand new. Murray Tregonning was operating it, and whenever it'd flicker and go off as you're reading something straight down the camera lens, it would revert back to its Japanese manual of how to repair it. So the next thing you've got Japanese coming up in front of the monitor, and you think, and this guest has worked on many and that was impossible to cope with. But the biggest thing, and the other thing was the opening monologue. That I'd never had anyone write an opening monologue for me before. The opening monologue was far too long, and I said, "Do you think this is funny?" Like, I mean, they showed it to me just before we went on show. Yes. I said, this about Dexter being a vacuum cleaner and all. I said, I don't know that this is going to work. Trust us. We've been in the business 20 years.
God,
we
you
know.
fell for that, did you?
Trust us. I fell for it. I went out there. The jugs died. I'm left there with an auto cue doing Japanese, and I don't think I've ever been more embarrassed in my life. I mean, ploughed on, and the program, we completed it. But of course, I copped all the flack for that. Everything. Nobody blamed the writers for the jokes that didn't work. Nobody blamed the auto cue for that breakdown. I copped the flack for that, and justly I deserve it, I guess. I wish, Bert, I'd had another 10 years' experience to be able to say, I don't want to do the auto cue, and to be able to say to the writer, I'm sorry, I don't think the jokes are funny, I'm not going to do them, as you would.
Would you take the Logies on again?
Absolutely, but with a totally different approach to it. I would not be subservient to those people with their 20 years of experience that promised me it'd work, and then throw you to the lions and find it doesn't.
Were you hurt by the comment this year?
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever let you forget a thing like that. I tried very hard that night. As you said, you have to accept your failures, but I mean, they came thick and thin. There I was with 3 minutes of jokes that didn't work, and the next day they said, there's a new album coming out called The Night of Laughs with Greg Evans at the Logies.
Oh, I think it's the way you approach something. I mean, to do 3 minutes of jokes that don't work. I've made a career out of that. It's good to see you, Greg.
Thanks,
Going to stay around a little while?
I'd love to.
So, Greg Evans,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen.
Thanks
Good to see you. Really is.
Thank you, everybody.
OK, we'll take a break. And being Monday, our first commercial for today is, of course, on behalf of our very good friends at Jenny Craig. And here is the lovely John D.
Thank you, Bert, and I'd like you to meet Lorraine Sidebottom from Altona. How many children have you got, Lorraine?
I've got 3.
Well, I want to know the moment when you knew you had to lose weight. When was that moment?
Well, it was just after my husband had installed a big full-length mirror in the bathroom.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, and I hopped out of the shower and there I was.
Oh, is that me?
Yes.
Let's have a look at a close shot of what happened when Lorraine got out of that shower. 20 kilos in 18 weeks. That's a very good... Look at you, you're a whippet. Look at that, side on. Fantastic. Well, congratulations. If you've got any advice for anybody, what would it be?
Get your husband to put in a full-length mirror too.
In the bathroom?
Yes, that's right.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you, Lorraine.
Over there on the couch, we can't... Hello, Mr. Sidebottom. How are you? Nice to see you.
Newton,
Good to
Lorraine.
meet you. We can't believe... I mean, for the first time ever this year, you've turned the lady on sideways and her name is Sidebottom. What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to prove, John?
Well, thank you, Lorraine. If you'd like to slim down like Lorraine has, give Jenny Craig Weight Loss a ring right now. When you call, you'll be able to lose all the weight you want on the Jenny Craig calorie-controlled weight loss program. And for their lowest priced ever, just $92.50. At Jenny Craig, you lose weight and learn what you need to know to keep it off permanently. Now's the time to call Jenny Craig Weight Loss Centres and give their call for the $92.50 best price ever. Do it today, and you could look as good as Lorraine Sidebottom. Thanks, Lorraine.
Your Garden, Australia's favourite gardening magazine. Every month through every season, Your Garden brings you the best advice for better gardening. There are brilliant features, things to do and make, our exclusive garden diary for all regions, the Garden Doctor answers all your questions, and this month a complete guide to growing dazzling dahlias, expert tips for top tomatoes, 5 orchids that are so easy to grow, plus fun for kids with Kevin Hines. Your Garden, Australia's favourite gardening magazine.
We'll really get you growing.
Out now. Pink Lace from Yardley, the new romantic perfume. Lace and now Pink Lace. 2 perfumes equally romantic but so different. Lace and new Pink Lace by Yardley.
With this simple Nilex Gardena water computer and its 6-way distributor, you can take care of all of your precious garden, even when you shoot off on holidays. Nothing on earth's as good as Nilex.
This expensive jumper has been protected from moths and silverfish by mothballs. As you can see, no holes, but a terrible smell. This expensive jumper has been protected from moths and silverfish by a Shelltox mini strip. As you can see, no holes, but no terrible smell.
Shelltox mini strips, insurance for clothes and for your nose.
Tonight.
Don't get so serious.
No, you hang on, Sonny. A new cop in town.
I'll take that if you don't mind.
Who believes Wandon Valley is a meeting place for criminals.
Compared to Wandon Valley, the Cross is a picnic.
I knew it. Everyone's under suspicion.
But I can't hold them up for much longer.
Everything is in hand.
Including Frank.
The matron. She's terrifying.
But has he accidentally uncovered a giant scandal?
I'm arresting the lot of you. You're a part of it.
A Country Practice, tonight on 7.
Welcome back. And whoa to you too. Greg was just telling me that he has 3 people who come in to see every television show he's done. I don't think they've missed one that you've ever done, have they? And they're in the front row of the audience today. So welcome. It's nice to have you here. Well, yeah, there they are. Lovely. Every perfect match you've ever done?
Yes, every episode. And plus the shows at Channel 9, every single one.
Were they there for the Logies that you did?
Oh, thanks, Bert.
No, I was just wondering. Perhaps they were operating auto cue. I'd get a little worried if I had someone who was, watching every show that I ever did, because the American experiences, they never carry guns or anything like that, do they?
Well, no. Right. Oh, no.
Not that you know of.
No. Okay. But there was one story I hope they don't mind me telling. When I went to Channel 10, they got there very early. Outside at the security gate, it's a turnstile in the car park. It was a 39-degree day, and they waited there for 2 hours.
I know what you're going to write. We're going to lose the link to LA. Is that right, Peter? Yeah, fine. I'm sorry, mate. I beg your pardon. Sorry, Greg. Off you go. Okay. Thought I'd save him a little job there. Go on, mate.
And so poor Nadine is waiting there to try and get front row seats. They like to get front row seats. Funny that they're in the front row today. And it came time half an hour before the show, and the gates were open, and Nadine fainted on the lawn. She'd been sunstruck waiting in the car park, and didn't quite make it to the first show. Just got to sick bay at the channel, but her Joanne and her mother actually made it.
Oh, that's no good. If you're feeling ill today, we have a qualified nurse here, so you're in good care. And welcome to the show. It's good to have your friends here, Greg. We best get on with it because we might lose that link to LA. I want to have you listen to a couple of songs now. We're all very aware of The King and I and My Fair Lady, and we're aware of the stars of those shows. Firstly, The King and I.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me.
Okay, that's Deborah Carr in The King and I, and of course, the beautiful Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, he's got it. By George, he's got it. Now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that soggy plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
Well, I was going to surprise you, ladies and gentlemen, but of course Daphne's done that for you a little earlier in the show today. The lady whose voice you hear in both those shows and in many other movies and television shows is our next guest. It doesn't matter if we do lose the link from Los Angeles, because she's waiting for us in New York. Please welcome Marnie Nixon. Hi, Marnie.
Hi. Can you see me?
Yes, indeed. We can see you and we can hear you. You can hear me, but you can't see us, can you?
No, but it sounds wonderful.
Well, it's good to have you here. What's it like being the voice of famous people? How did you start out doing it?
Well, actually, it was better than a chorus job. I was a classical performer, and I was subsidizing myself, just doing group work and chorus work, and subsidizing myself for my coaching that I needed for operatic performances. And the word got around that I could imitate voices. I used to be an actress besides a violinist, so I had a musical ear and I could imitate people, and they just called me, and I auditioned, and there I was. And it felt good at first because they were wonderful jobs. I mean, it was much better than a chorus job. And it was only later on that I started doing the roles myself and realizing the value that I'd given to those, so it was okay then.
Ever frustrating, though, that they get all the credit and you get literally none?
Well, over the years, it's become the best secret. I mean, everybody knew the secret. It seemed like everybody kind of took over the underdog, which was me, and thought it was unfair that I didn't get credit, and I didn't have to say anything. Everybody said it for me. And now it's very strange. Those films, let's see, West Side Story, My Fair Lady was the last one I did. They were done, at least 20 years ago, and still they keep coming around, so it's vital information, and strangely enough, it's kept my career going, even though I haven't done any dubbing since My Fair Lady. I do so many other things. It's kept my name going, and it's you know, it's okay that it was a secret then. You know, it was kind of frustrating in those times, but it isn't anymore because I'm able to prove myself in my own right too. So,
Marnie, who gets the residuals, you or the star of the movie?
well, let's see. In The King and I, that was the first big one that I did. I got paid for the album. I got paid double scale, which they said I should have been happy to have gotten, which was $420. And I think Deborah got 22,000, I think. And yet it was all, whenever it was singing, it was my voice. When I did West Side Story for Natalie Wood, they put me on a daily contract and they didn't know how much of my singing would be used. So I kept improvising, and they kept re-recording and re-recording. And finally, at the end of the picture, when they had all the recording they wanted, I said, but I have no contract. And I knew I had them over the barrel. It was the first musical that the Mirish Company had ever done, and I guess their legal department wasn't quite with it. So I demanded that they give me a percentage of the album, which is where you make the most money. And they said, but we can't do that because it's with, I guess it was Warner Brothers, no, it was Columbia Records. And I said, well, that's tough. I really got nerve then, and I said, you figure out a way. And so what had happened was that I had done a lot of concerts with Leonard Bernstein, with the New York Philharmonic as a classical soloist, and he gave up a quarter percentage of his own percentage, because they said that all the percentages had been given away. He gave that percentage up so that I could have a percentage, and that set a precedent, so that whenever I did any dubbing job since then, I've been able to ask for a percentage from the album. And so that worked out quite well.
Yeah, today, I mean, as you rightly say, in those years gone by, it was an open secret in the industry itself, but most people who went to see those movies believed it was Deborah Kerr and Natalie Wood and Audrey Hepburn singing. Could that happen today? Is that allowed?
Oh, I think it's allowed. I think they still would do it, but I think the public is much more aware of that process, and probably they would have to probably have to use somebody on film who really could do the singing themselves. Otherwise, there would be too much feedback about that, I think.
Marnie, I don't suppose there's any chance of just a couple of bars of something for us, is there?
Whose voice do you want?
I want the voice of Marnie Nixon. That's the voice I want.
Well, let's see. I have a Kern record that's now going, or a Gershwin record. How about Someday He'll Come Along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. How about that?
That's terrific, Marnie. Thank you for that. It's been lovely talking to you. Congratulations on fantastic work over the years, and I hope that one day you get here to Australia.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like that very much.
Good on you. Marnie Nixon in New York. We take a break and then we meet a young girl who in the last couple of months has made quite a name for herself in doing something in television which I'm sure would have been the hardest thing to walk onto, and that is Newsworld. When Clive Robertson left the show, Gina Boone came in and did a fantastic job and continues to do so, and she'll join us after this break.
Tonight in 7 Nightly News, tight security at the Magistrates Court for the start of the Walsh Street hearings. But immediately the case against 3 men for the murder of 2 policemen is adjourned. And on Hinch, controversy over a new method for training guard dogs. The critics say it makes man's best friend dangerous and aggressive.
I disagree that we're teaching them to be aggressive, we're teaching them to be courageous.
Glenn Taylor and Jennifer Kite with the news at 6 and Hinch at 7 tonight on 7.
At Coles New World supermarkets, hundreds of everyday items are up to 20% less than they were on the 29th of October, 1989. Hundreds of everyday low prices every day means you can buy all your family essentials just when you need them. It's a great way to fight inflation. Pick up your handy shopping list from any Coles New World supermarket today.
This is one way you can look at any lounge at fussy furniture showrooms. But you can also have it like this, or in any fabric and combination you choose. Flexibility on any piece, in any room, because the furniture you want is what we're fussiest about.
Here it is, the Isle of Palms Resort, an exceptional townhouse investment opportunity on the Gold Coast. Here you can own a luxury townhouse set amidst swimming pools, spas, and superb boating and fishing facilities. And earn high rental income when you're not using it yourself. There are 3-bedroom luxury townhouses from just $136,000 full price.
Phone Looker and Young, 696 5711. 696 5711.
Imperial Leather Dry. The sheer confidence of an ultra-dry deodorant. Imperial Leather Dry. Deodorant for your family, every day.
Butter has a natural taste that everyone likes when they're cooking and eating. The trouble is, it's just too hard to spread. That's why we've made Dairy Soft. It's pure butter, churned with natural sunflower oil. So now it's easy to spread butter, even straight from the fridge. Dairy Soft. It's like butter that knows how to spread.
Welcome back. I'm looking forward to meeting our next guest. I've not met her before. I've not seen her before, except on television. And like a lot of other people around Australia, I have discovered this girl as wonderful company late at night in News World. Please welcome Gina Boone.
I got to come forward, yeah. Can you give me a push, Gina?
Thank you very much.
You're right there?
No, I'm not actually.
We'll fix it. Just hang on one sec. We'll fix it for you. You can't take him anywhere, you know.
Right, I can't sit back here, can I?
You know, Greg, don't you? Probably
Yes,
never
I
into
do.
Malogies. There you go.
Okay, right.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Matter of interest, actually, just doing that little line on the Logies, I was just asking Greg during the chat, pardon me one sec, Gina.
Certainly.
Did he mind talking about that night? Because we hadn't discussed anything. And Greg said a very interesting thing, that since that Logies night, he's never had an opportunity on any television show to really explain what he used. He said an excuse. It wasn't an excuse at all. It was a reason for that night. And I think apart from anything else, Greg, I think it was interesting for the people here and the people out there to hear what you had to say, because I think in many areas you've been treated so unfairly since that night, and it was just interesting to hear from you today the sort of difficulties that you were working under that night.
Thank you very much, Bert. That's nice. Thank you.
And I'm pleased that I was able to give you the opportunity.
Thank you.
So, what's your excuse?
I'm nervous.
Are you nervous? Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, because
They had to push me on it.
no, everybody just loves you in News World. Is the chair okay, Greg?
If Gina looks at me, you see the back of her head. I suppose you better
I'll
look at
turn
her.
around.
She looks beautiful everywhere. Gina, it must have been quite nerve-shattering for yourself when all of a sudden you hear that Clive is no longer going to be on News World and you are it.
Yes, it was a bit nerve-shattering. I thought, now, how am I going to do this and what's everybody going to think? But you just have to overcome that and realise that you can only be yourself, and hopefully people will respond to that.
Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying it?
Very much, I love it.
Yeah. Have you seen or heard from Clive since he left?
Oh, yes, he's well, and he's really enjoying his break, and he's pursuing other interests. I mean, he has a wide scope of interests in hobbies and things. You know, he's into recording and all of that sort of thing, so he's doing those.
Do you know why did he leave? No one's told me. No one tells me anything. What actually occurred?
He was tired.
He was tired. What, tired and emotional, or just tired? Just tired. And that was the reason he wanted to leave.
Well, I mean, he's done many, many years of shift work, and he just felt that he really needed a break. And he knew the time, and so he took it.
I've never heard of anyone leaving because they're... I mean, I'm buggered, but I'll stay here as long as they don't. Was he an interesting bloke to work with? Different?
Very different. Very different. Rather fascinating man. I mean, he has an interesting outlook on life, and some might say a bit strange, but I always found Clive to have an amazing sense of humour. He could always make me laugh. He would always wander around the newsroom, ribbing a few people all the time. I mean, no one can undercut like Clive can. But
he's always nice to you, because obviously you were the heir apparent, which has become apparent since he left. And was he nice to you?
He's always been very good to me, very encouraging. About 2 years ago, I started on News Overnight, which is the midnight to dawn shift, and that's rather a lonely shift. You're sort of there on your own with an editor, and you put together news pieces, and we did some specials and things, and we had lots of fun. And Clive used to ring up and give lots of encouragement when he saw me on air, and I always thought that that was a really wonderful thing to do. It was very caring, and as I say, it gave me great confidence to have Clive Robertson call me and say that I was doing well.
It's a big jump, isn't it, eh? I mean, from the newsroom, all of a sudden bang into one of the most important shifts, news-wise, on air. When you're doing News World, who do you imagine as your audience?
You mean when you're looking down the barrel of the camera?
I mean, how do you perceive your audience?
As people sitting in the living room, thinking that, you know, they want to catch up on the news of the day, but they'd like it in a reasonably pleasant fashion. They don't want to be, I think they don't want you coming down the camera at them, telling them, look, this is what's happened today and you have to know it. But just to be able to impart some news, and, you know, I just sort of think of a friendly family sitting there, probably in their PJs.
Well, you can throw me in too. I actually see you most nights through my feet. And I'm sure there'd be so many people who do exactly the same thing. Greg?
But I just wanted to ask Gina, what would you do if, because news ostensibly comes from autocue, if it turned to Japanese? Help me. What would happen? I mean, you're sitting there and you're telling everybody what the President of the United States is doing, and it blinks, and then on comes the Japanese menu.
It turns into Japanese language.
Yes.
Well, I think I'd learn how to say aso a lot.
Well, my word was close to that, but...
I tell you what, I realised today, Gina and Greg, I'm so lucky. I very seldom use autocue because I can't see it anyway. But obviously, even if you can see it, there are still lots of inherent problems with it.
Well, yes, there are. But I think I was just watching Gina here before, and it's delightful to see somebody from a news background, which ostensibly, when they are on camera, have a lot of reading to do, a lot of scripted material, that has an actual personality as well, and is able to sit here and chat on an ad-lib basis, which is lovely to see some personality behind the news presenter.
Is this the first time you've done a live show like this?
Yes, I've never done this before.
It's amazing, isn't it?
How do you feel about it?
It's a bit nerve-wracking.
You weren't frightened of meeting people like me, were you?
No, Bert, no.
There's nothing to worry about, Gina.
But you see,
10 years ago they may have been, but not now.
I mean, in many ways it was tough enough coming to terms with taking control in the role that I have now, or trying to take control. But when you put in a free situation like this, it's a bit unnerving.
Well, I tell you what, I could watch you and listen to you all day. As a matter of fact, as I say, I very seldom miss you at night. And it's just, you know, tell them, what does that mean when the bloke does that to you?
Winding you up, Bert.
I do think that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you please thank Gina Boone? Lovely talking to you. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we go from one pretty girl to another pretty girl, and this one is going to sing for us, Donna Lee. It's good to have her back on the show. One of those songs is the songs, and one of those lovely girls, Donna Lee.
Well, this is one of those songs that you hear now and then. You don't know just where and you don't know just when. It's one of those songs that are over and then. It's one of those songs that stop again. Well, it's just one of those songs that you hear for a while, that comes into fashion, then goes out of style. It's one of those songs that you think you forgot. Well, it's one of those songs you cannot, because it's one of those songs that can help you recall a ride in the springtime, a walk in the fall, a day in the country, a night on the town. The sun's coming up all far. One of those wonderful, I love a wonderful, play me a wonderful, get ready for the big finish. One of those wonderful, I love a wonderful, play me a wonderful, not yet, I'll tell you when. One of those wonderful, I love a wonderful, play me a wonderful now.
Yeah. Just great, Donna. Come on over, darling. Yes, indeed. Terrific to see you. You know the gang, don't you? Greg and Joe, of course, and my fiancée, Gina Boone, Donna Lee. Good to see you. The reason I particularly wanted to say hello to you, apart from the fact that I think you're a lovely girl, last week or week before, we had Wendy Harmer on the show. And Wendy has written a book called It's a Joke, Joyce, which is the history of women comedians in Australia. And it's an excellent book. I recommend it to anybody, devotee of show business or not. But the real reason that I wanted Wendy to inscribe this one to you is that there's a lovely story on your mum, Gloria Dawn. And it's beautifully done by Wendy, and it does pay tribute to your mum, who rightly deserves that credit. And there's the page in question. And Wendy has written here, just to make sure it's not too personal. If it is, I'll read it out. For Donna Lee, your wonderful mother deserves a book all of her own. Until then, I hope you enjoy, then it goes into Japanese. Best wishes, Wendy Harmer.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
And there you go.
Thank you so much.
I know you love the book, Donna. Okay.
Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Wendy.
Hang on a sec, we've evened everything up, and that means I'm one man out now.
That's right. Well, wait a second.
Hang on a sec, no. Jeannie Little's coming on very soon, so I'll partner Jeannie, eh? But just my luck. OK, we'll take this break, and after this break we speak to Kerry Saxby, the champion Australian walker.
Did you know 3 standard drinks a day is the limit before a woman risks damaging her health? Or that in times past, the way to God was through celibacy, and now? And sadly, some husbands still try career sabotage through the children. And what about this kind of manipulation? And what do you say when you're told, no, Bon Jovi is not a cheese? New Woman, November issue on sale now.
It shouldn't happen to a dog. Heartworm disease kills dogs. Over the last 10 years, it has increased rapidly in Australia, spread by mosquitoes. Your dog is at risk, but it is so easy to protect for around $1 a week, because there is a tablet that effectively prevents heartworm disease that only has to be given once a month. This tablet is a prescription medicine available only from veterinary surgeons.
Okay, here's the best collection of Aussie rock classics you're ever gonna find. Australian hits of the 80s.
Australian hits of the 80s. The greatest decade of Australian rock all on one classic album. Grab it now.
If you want the very best in Australian-made solid vinyl weatherboards, this tough, it's Formplex, up to 75% tougher than other cheap stuff. Formplex, timber grain vinyl superboards, installed with precise attention to detail and insulated with styrofoam. Here, Formplex is overstocked and have crashed the price. You'll save lots of money, but only while this stock lasts. So don't grizzle later if you choose the thinner stuff for price. Formplex's price might be less. Phone 008 038 145 and ask.
Comprate direttamente, comprate da Verducci, la famosa casa della biancheria e del corredo. Verducci Imports, where quality doesn't cost the earth.
This Swiss lace comforter set is $150. Louis Olé bathrobe, only $65. Agoraste a poton Verducci, I caliteri piotita, I piof tines times.
Go to Verducci and save. Buy from Verducci at discount prices. Venite da Verducci.
14.93. Check that for you. 16.23. Call, line 4. John. 15.92.
Now anyone with $5,000 can get onto the short-term money market. How? Open a cash management call account at the bank.
Yeah, that's the right thing. 5,000, yeah. Be good.
Welcome back. Joe Perona's with us, Gina Burner's with us, Greg Evans is with us, and who's going to fill this little chair here, we'll find out very soon. Actually, with her trials in Melbourne yesterday morning, our next guest who's going to fill that little seat there is a very, very hot tip for taking out gold in Auckland next year. Please welcome Australia's champion walker, Kerry Saxby. Welcome. And yesterday it was good news. Your time was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it at the moment.
How far did you walk yesterday, Kerry?
10 kilometres, which is a long way for me.
Is it really? So for the possible gold in Auckland, what's the distance there?
10 kilometres.
Oh, well, you've proved you can do it, eh?
Yeah.
And what about Auckland? Obviously very exciting for all Australian sports people to get over there for the Commonwealth Games. What sort of training are you into at this early stage?
Well, in the next 5 to 6 weeks, I'll be starting into very intense training. I slightly strained my hamstring 9 weeks ago, so that put me out of walking for nearly 3 weeks. Then it took me another 4 weeks to get my confidence back to, be able to walk properly. And 2 weeks ago, I've only just hit 90% level again in my speed workouts. So next week, I'm going to have a hard 5K in Hobart. I'm going to do that as fast as I can go. And I'll just see how close I can get to the world record. I haven't got it anymore. We have the Italian girl, Elena Salvador's got it. And I'm going to see how close I can get to that, and then that'll more or less work out, where I am at the moment in my training.
What made you take up walking?
Well, I used to do a lot
I took it up myself, but I mean walking competitively.
Yeah. Well, I used to do a lot of long distance running and a lot of surf swimming and a lot of swimming as a teenager. I was always very active and I could always walk very well. I used to do it just at the athletic club as an extra event, and I used to find when I was 18 and 19 I'd go down and do all the state titles for running, and then I'd always go in the walk at the end of the day, and I'd always get second or third in the walk, whereas in the distance events sometimes I'd be struggling for a medal. And I just knew then that I was going to be a walker, but it was just me telling myself now's the time to start.
Right. Kerry, the unusual gait of a walker, how does that, or perhaps you might like to show us how it
Well,
occurs.
I've got my shoes, I've got my walking shoes and that on here
Perhaps
at the
round
moment.
about over here, or perhaps we might even move the table so we can do it. Would you mind helping me?
Yes.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much, Kerry. It's a different sort of television show, isn't it, Thank you.
Oh,
Right,
Joe,
and
you had to do it, Bert.
And whilst you're here, this auto cue, I'm having a little trouble with the auto cue, it's going. So, what do you do there, Kerry?
Now what you do, when you walk, you've got to have some bit of your foot on the ground all the time.
Yeah.
If that comes off the ground, of course, you're breaking contact. Now, as well as that rule, you must have your knee vertically straight underneath your body, so that you've got to walk like this. You've got to more or less walk straight-legged, and that's what gives you that walking
Do that again
gait.
for me, please.
And I'll see if you can do it then,
Yeah.
Bert. There we go.
Now, the tongue between the teeth, is that a very important part? Right. Just one more time from this angle, Kerry, if you don't mind. I just want to pick up something.
And as you do that, you swing your arms fast at the same time.
Right, okay, here we go. How's that?
You must have your knee straight, just directly underneath
Knee
your body.
straight.
Yeah, like you can't kick your knee on.
Huh? Greg, you might be able to be better at this. You're younger, marginally.
Right,
Marginally. Knee straight.
Yeah, well, come on.
Come over here, Kerry,
Knees straight.
please.
Yeah, your knee straight directly underneath your body and one part of your foot on the ground. So just go like that, that's the way.
Yeah.
Let's try and look where you're going.
You're going to blame the auto cue for that too. Okay, I'll try one more time. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Gina try that, would you? Yeah, come on, Gina. Yeah. Would you like me to take your jacket, or you?
No, I think I should leave it
Now, the
on.
important thing is knees straight, bottom out just a little, head.
No, you don't actually have the bottom out, you're trying.
You have your own fun, I'll have mine. Okay. Off we go, and see how you how you compete. Gina, 1, 2, 3. Would you like to try and help Gina again? She might not have been listening to what you had to say. The knees, must be straight.
Knee directly straight underneath your body, and one part of your foot's got to be on the ground.
Got that.
So, and you go as fast as you can.
Hey, that looks good, doesn't it? Thank you very much indeed, Kerry. It's great meeting you. Please sit down. We wish you well in the Commonwealth Games over there in Auckland. It's a fantastic sport. It's one which is always very interesting to watch, and we hope that you pick up gold over there.
Thank you very much, Bert.
Kerry Saxby, ladies and gentlemen. And after this break, Jeannie Little joins us with Housewife Superstar.
I want to lose weight because I will be feeling healthier. We'll be able to do a lot more things. Be able to wear all summer clothes, be able to wear shorts, be able to wear a bathing costume, even might be able to put a bikini on. You never know. When I went to the beach only this last weekend, I was in the sea every day, had a nice bathing suit on, which felt really good sitting on the beach, looking round and thinking, oh, I can nearly match all these bikini girls which are here. All the real young chickies, which for a woman of my age is not doing bad.
We help you lose weight and teach you how to keep it off. At Jenny Craig, we get results.
On Jenny's new program, you can lose all the weight you want for only $92.50. This is the lowest price ever offered by Jenny Craig, so call today.
Imperial Leather Dry. The sheer confidence of an ultra-dry deodorant. Imperial Leather Dry. Deodorant for your family, every day.
Wiltshire make the world's only self-sharpening scissors. Dressmaking scissors, embroidery scissors, general purpose scissors, hairdressing scissors, and more. Wiltshire Stay Sharp Scissors. The only sharp scissors that stay sharp.
The difference is more than the design. The difference is more than the 25-year structural guarantee. The difference is A.V. Jennings Home Improvements.
Everybody wants to get intimate. Everybody wants to get intimate. Everybody wants to get intimate. Everybody intimate wants to get intimate. Everybody wants to get intimate. Everybody wants to get intimate. Everybody intimate wants to get intimate. Everybody wants to get intimate. Everybody intimate wants to get intimate.
Not only her life, but her family's is under threat.
There is someone here, right here in this embassy, who's trying to kill me.
Most intelligent. The only way she can survive is to believe no one.
He is an enemy agent.
To trust no one.
What's wrong with me?
We'll have you up in no time. And pray to get out alive.
Hello?
The heart-stopping suspense is not over until the final twist.
Not my children.
On the stunning conclusion to Sidney Sheldon's blockbuster new miniseries, Windmills of the Gods, 8:30 tonight on 7.
Welcome back. Good. Let's have a look at what they've done to my auto cue. Greg, can you see what they've done? They've put some Japanese up there for me. Thank you. Just a good thing I don't need it. Ladies and gentlemen, Housewife Superstar time now, and here's the incomparable, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Jeannie Little. Look at the earrings, Oh, hold on, hang on. Are they all edible?
Yes, darling. They're peaches and cream. No, strawberries and cream. Raspberries, milk bottles and bananas.
And you made that, did you?
Oh, darling, yes, don't... For heaven's sake, don't look at the sewing.
It looks absolutely... And they're the things that you get in the lolly shops.
Yes, darling. Actually, I must say, the Kenmore Food Company sent me this great big box of sort of lollies and said, oh, Jeannie, do something with it. And so I had the busiest week in history, and I only had about half a day, so I didn't feed all the back. Oh, yeah.
Is it nice?
Oh, darling, careful of the pearl in the middle.
Nice.
I tell you what, Jenny.
Is it delicious? Aren't I delicious?
I tell you, I wouldn't mind having a suck on your licorice
Oh,
also.
wow. Be careful.
He's
Barry will
completely
get you for that.
Well, be nice to him. Be nice to him.
I know, darling.
He might not have work, but he's got millions. Absolute millions. Would you wear that for News World, Gina?
Oh, yes, I think it would be wonderful.
Okay, you can have it and take it back tonight.
Oh,
We
good.
expect to see you wearing it tonight.
Oh, darling. Oh, the poor thing.
Maybe just the hat.
All right, Dane, what about that?
Well, I might end up with the entire crew on the set.
And don't think about
going to nibble away.
All the ants you'll have too.
I'd certainly fly up. Anyway, listen. I think you should introduce our
I think I should
housewife
too, because he.
It's a he.
It's another house husband.
Well, I'll be butted
Girls,
on
what
both
about
sides.
that?
Yes.
I think that's stunning.
What's his name?
Darling, George Sweeney. He's a very young 37, and darling, his wife is called Monica, and she's beautiful, and they've got 3 beautiful children, Bernadette, Christina, and Belinda, 14, 12 and 10, and darling, he was sort of, this is a dreadful story, he was bashed up a while, some years ago, and they bashed him around the head with an iron bar and everything. That sounds vile, and I'm laughing.
Well,
but I'm just saying, I don't mean to.
How does he look now? Is everything okay?
He looks absolutely yummy and handsome and gorgeous, but it changed his whole life. He lost his memory and everything, and so he became a house husband, and he said he's never had to work so hard in his whole life.
Yeah.
Isn't it incredible?
I'll tell you what, though, that's a great story. I mean, obviously, he took up singing and so forth, and here his wife's not here singing for us today. He is, which is just terrific.
He's from Bidwell, which is near Rooty Hill in Sydney.
Rooty Hill, eh?
Yes, don't you love Rooty Hill?
Yeah, the Rooty Hill RSL. You little beauty. Hey? What's the matter with you?
I think Rooty Hill is the funniest name.
I happen to have a lot of friends at Rooty Hill, officially and unofficially, and they love. I'm a patron of the Rooty Hill RSL.
I wish I lived at Rooty Hill.
So do I. I'd love to go overseas.
Little from Rooty Hill. Doesn't that have a ring to it?
Jeannie Little from Rooty Hill. Okay, Bert from Narnagoon would like to know what's George going to sing today. What's the matter with you?
No. I can't remember.
Hold
on a minute.
What are you singing, George? We can't ask George. We can't remember.
Your cheating heart. Your cheating
I
heart.
can't believe I'm here today. Okay, here's George Sweeney and his housewife superstar. And we wish him well. We've got auto cue on for the words and everything. Just hope it doesn't go into Japanese. Here's George Sweeney, and it's Kumaya to Aya to. Oh, here they go. Your cheating heart. Here's George. Good luck, George.
Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, he'll toss around and come on late. You walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave flow the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
Thank you, George. George Sweeney, our person superstar for today. And just before we meet George, we'll take this break and we're back with you very soon.
Seven News. This hour brought to you by Toyota.
Good afternoon, Jennifer Kite. The Dandenong engineer and the City Council have been committed for trial over the collapse of a wall during a school swimming carnival last year. The Melbourne Magistrates Court was told today the wall was structurally unsound. I'll have more news in 1 hour.
Glenn Taylor and Jennifer Kite head Melbourne's best news service. 7 nightly news at 6.
Nobody knows Melbourne like 7.
The new Toyota Camry is powered by a twin-cam, fuel-injected, multi-valve engine. So you get the fuel savings of a smaller engine with the twin-cam performance of a larger one.
The difference is more than the design. The difference is more than the 25-year structural guarantee. The difference is AV Jennings Home Improvements.
This jumper has no holes, but that terrible mothball smell. This jumper has no holes, but no terrible smell.
Shelltox mini strips. Insurance for your clothes.
Give your child confidence in the water with a Kiddie Safe aid. For the first stage, there's the Kiddie Safe baby seat. It gives support and freedom. At this age, there's the Kiddie Safe toddler float. It helps develop leg and arm movements. Very Float is a learn to swim aid. It's worn like a costume. The buoyancy chambers can be let down gradually as her swimming improves. But remember, always keep your eye on them. They'll really enjoy the water with a Kiddie Safe aid.
If you want the very best in Australian-made solid vinyl weatherboards, this tough, it's Formplex, up to 75% tougher than other cheap stuff. Formplex, timber grain vinyl superboards, installed with precise attention to detail and insulated with styrofoam. Here, Formplex is overstocked and have crashed the price. You'll save lots of money, but only while this stock lasts. So don't grizzle later if you choose the thinner stuff for price. Formplex's price might be less. Phone 008 038 145 and ask.
One day, one day, one day, one day, one day you're gonna get caught. One day you're gonna get caught. One day you're gonna get caught. One day you're gonna get caught.
Hull-proof underdecks, because one day you're going to get caught with your pants down.
Welcome back. And we have our housewife superperson here with us, George Sweeney. Well done, George. It was a lovely song, Hank Williams, Your Cheating Heart. And you were saying, just as we came back to on air, that you and I have met before.
We have, yes.
Where, George?
Channel 9 New Faces.
Oh, right. How did you do?
I got 77 points off
that's pretty
Bobby
good.
Lee and Tim Evans.
Did I give you my encouragement award that night?
No.
Oh, I will today. I will today. I'm sorry about that. My auto cue must have broken down. Anyway, here are some lovely fruit pieces there for you, with a lovely basket and the whole thing. And good to have you on the show, George.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, and I hope the future is a good one for you. Who knows, of course, if you take off the big prize on Housewife Superstar. Here we go. Here's where you pray for auto cue. You could win for yourself a fortnight at any Hilton hotel anywhere in Australia. You could have a car with the compliments of Avis. And there's something else which is very, very important. So important, I can't remember it. What is... Oh, yes, of course. You will fly there and back. That's if you don't choose to stay in your own home city. You'll fly there and back with Australian Airlines. No, you won't, I beg your pardon. Ansett Airlines. That's good, right. Maybe Singapore Airlines, any of those. Yugoslavia, Japan Airlines. It's all wonderful. So there you go. Hey, 2 weeks? Did I say 2 weeks? Oh, I beg your pardon. No, it'll be 2 weeks only if there's a draw. It'll be 1 week if we have an outright winner, and I've got a feeling now we will. That's a week at any Hilton hotel, anywhere in... God, I hate this part. Anywhere in Australia. Good luck, George, and nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fruit, with you. And we'll see you on the final. Thank you, George. Hope you're very happy together, both of you. It's a pleasure now to welcome to our show in our studios in Canberra a man who's had a very big weekend. He's back on the front bench for the Liberal Party. Please welcome former leader of the Liberal Party, John Howard. Mr. Howard, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bert. Very nice to be here again.
How's the feeling? Are you a happy man?
Oh, I'm very happy to be back in the front line, and I want the Liberal Party to win. And that's been my motivation all along, and I'm... therefore, very much looking forward to the next few months because there's going to be a lot happening and I want to play a part in that.
I've got a feeling your auto cue's not working. Just look straight to that camera if you can.
I am.
No,
should I look?
That's it. That's the John Howard we know and remember.
It's the guys up here who told me to look at that other thing.
You know very well. You never listen to anyone in Canberra, Mr. Howard.
Indeed. Well, that's where you've turned it right off now. I can't even see the freeze frame of you.
Well, that's good. Andrew Peacock, did he want you back or did he need you back?
Well, I suppose you ought to ask him that. I think it's best to say that there was a lot of pressure from all around the country for it to happen. And whatever may have happened in the past between us, and you can't alter that, there is a determination, certainly a professional determination, for the two of us to work together so that the Liberal Party wins.
Yep, of course, your political enemies could not take one thing away from you, and that is, when you lost the leadership under those circumstances, there was not just a wave of sympathy, but there was so much outrage about the way in which it was done. Would I be fair in saying that maybe, as the result of you losing the leadership in that way, you gained more friends and more supporters?
Well, some people have been ironic enough to say that that is the case. One never knows. It's a hell of a way to find out. But the reality is that the rank and file of the Liberal Party wanted such talents as I might have available. They wanted those utilised. And I think from the Liberal Party's point of view, the outcome of the weekend is very satisfactory, to say the least.
OK, Wilson Tuckey has gone from the front bench, but Senator Cheney is still there as Deputy Leader, and, of course, John Moore is still on the front bench. Does that please you, or otherwise?
Well, there ultimately matters for the party in the case of Senator Cheney and for the leader in the case of Mr Moore. I mean, it's not for me to say who should be the Deputy Leader or who should be this or that. I believe that taking into account everything that had happened and the passage of time and the need for the Liberal Party to be seen to be mobilising everybody available to assault and confront the government, that deciding to come back was the best thing for the Liberal Party, and I hope the best thing for Australia.
Yeah, well, of course, given your portfolio, your shadow portfolio, you're going to have to work very closely with Senator Cheney, aren't you?
Yes, I won't have any trouble doing that. I have a long-standing professional commitment to the Liberal Party as well as an emotional one, and it's often been the case in the past that you are obliged to work with people with whom you may have had differences, and I don't want to emphasise. I mean, what happened a few months ago is well known. There's nothing achieved by churning it over again. It's happened, and you can't alter it, but the higher requirement on all of us, if we care about our party and about the country's future, is to make the best fist of it and to try and not only get our own act together, but to collectively present a solid alternative to the present government, and hopefully the Australian people will make a judgment in our favour.
Yeah, John, I believe you said to Laurie Oakes yesterday on Sunday that it would be ridiculous for you to suggest that you and Andrew Peacock are close and like each other, but you obviously have this ability to work together, you believe now, do you?
I do. What I said yesterday is true. I mean, one of the things that I won't indulge in is the humbug of sometimes of politics, of the phony love-up, where you can pretend something exists when it doesn't. I am willing and anxious to work with my colleagues, whatever the past differences, because together we can provide the Australian people with a better government.
Yeah,
if I weren't prepared to do that, I should really be willing to give the game away.
Yeah, are you still formed material? Do you still believe that the leadership could be yours one day?
Well, Bert, all ambitious people want to go right to the top. However, to be realistic, there are only two contestants for the lodge at present, and not one of them is me.
Yeah, that could change, though.
Well, that's, purely hypothetical. It's not a hypothesis that I'm seeking to encourage.
Is there now a touch of the Bill Haydens about you, Mr. Howard? I mean, are you playing Bill Hayden to Andrew Peacock's Bob Hawke?
Oh, I wouldn't seek to play anything other than John Howard to anybody. There are my own personality traits and my own style, and I wouldn't seek to imitate anybody. There are, I suppose, some coincidental parallels, but I am a different person from Mr. Hayden, and I have different motivations, and I don't really draw any comparison.
Could you see yourself
And in any event, I certainly don't believe in people being practising politicians being appointed as Governor-General. I said that before, and I'm not going to alter my
You wouldn't
position.
take on the role of Governor-General if offered you?
Look, it is presumptuous to even talk about it, but as a general principle, I don't believe in practising politicians occupying the position.
It's not a bad job, a beautiful home, and all you can drink at the Melbourne Cup.
Well, I'm
You wouldn't consider it?
Next question, Bert.
The next comment I want to make is to wish you well on the front bench. Finally, is it an unusual feeling because, given what you've told me and given what you told Laurie yesterday, are there difficulties? Do you see ahead in trying for government for the Liberal and national parties any perhaps inherent problems of raising themselves again between
Bert,
yourself and
I don't see any insurmountable difficulties. Of course, there are personal difficulties of different dimensions, but if you have a strong belief that your party can provide a better government for this country, and I do, and if you are prepared to put achieving that goal in front of everything else, which I'm prepared to do, then those other difficulties can be overcome. Not in any way gainsaying what has happened in the past. Nothing can alter that, and nothing can alter the impact it has on your own attitudes. But if you want your party to win, if you believe in a different kind of society, which I do, and a kind of society that my party can provide, then you will work very hard to achieve that, and you will work with people in a professional manner to bring it about.
Okay, well, given that you've said that you and Andrew don't necessarily like each other, I suppose spending Christmas with Wilson Tuckey is out of the question.
You leave me speechless.
A politician speechless?
Yeah.
Have you heard from Mr. Tuckey?
No.
Do you expect to?
No. And but I don't dwell on him or the events that happened. I mean, it's there for all to see, and I don't see any point in labouring the point.
Okay, just so long as he's not back there in Western Australia at the moment, finally honing an iron bar, eh?
Well, I haven't the faintest idea.
Good
You ought to try and interview him.
Okay. Not good to interview you, Mr. Howard, and thanks for your time. I appreciate how busy you are today, and as I mentioned before, good luck. You're back on the front bench, and I hope the next couple of months are good for you.
Thanks, Bert.
Good on. John Howard in Canberra, and we'll take a break.
Spend 3 nights with Mel. See Australia's international superstar in 3 of his great pictures.
Why the hell do you keep a file on me?
Wednesday, Mel the man of action as he joins Sigourney Weaver in The Year of Living Dangerously.
I've heard a story like that just lie.
Thursday, Mel the sex symbol in Summer City.
There's the place to go.
Friday, romantic Mel with Piper Laurie in his moving love affair with an older woman, Tim.
3 nights with Mel Gibson this week on 7.
'em, Rex.
Ants Pants. Unbelievable underwear from Holeproof.
When I'm not playing golf, I wear Niblick Walkers, the most comfortable shoe in the Great Australian Open.
What personalised gift could you buy for under $40? Well, you could buy any one of these gifts, or you could buy a full-bodied oak-matured port blended from Shiraz and Grenache grapes in true Tawny style. Presented in a beautifully glazed black ceramic decanter with the name or message of your choice, kiln-fired into the decanter with a 22-carat gold print. It's the perfect Christmas or birthday gift. A personalised corporate gift for important clients. A special thank you on that very special day, or recognition for a job well done. It's the perfect personalised gift for just $39.95. Have your credit card ready and phone this number for your magnificent port decanter for just $39.95 and have it delivered anywhere in Australia. Remember, it's not just any gift. It's a superb gold finished decanter that can be refilled to remain as a permanent reminder of your thoughtfulness. Your team, your clients, your family will be delighted. Phone this number to order your personalised port decanter now. Don't delay. It's an ideal gift for Christmas.
If you want the very best in Australian-made solid vinyl weatherboards, this tough, it's Formplex. Up to 75% tougher than other cheap stuff. Formplex, timber grain vinyl superboards, installed with precise attention to detail and insulated with styrofoam. Here, Formplex is overstocked and have crashed the price. You'll save lots of money, but only while this stock lasts. So don't grizzle later if you choose the thinner stuff for price. Formplex's price might be less. Phone 008 038 145 and ask.
Welcome back. I want to welcome two friends of mine who are in the audience today. Bill Glennon, who's a great man of dance, and also with him is a man who's done such wonderful things throughout his career for charity, and also the strongest man I ever knew. You'll all remember the mighty Apollo. He used to be known as the young Apollo. Welcome to Paul and to Bill. It's great to have you both here. And take a bow. Mighty Apollo. Just to see him. Used to be able to drag trams along the street with his teeth. You want to do a make-good of some kind, do you, Jeannie?
A make-good? Oh, darling, I made a big mistake. I'm always making a mistake. I said it was the Ken Mall, didn't I? Food company. But it's the Ken Man, as in man.
Ken Man.
So everybody buy Ken Man sweets for Christmas because they're the only ones to buy.
Right, I think your raspberries are melting, incidentally.
Oh, yes, darling, quickly.
We've got Marcy and the Cookies at centre stage, and it's beaut to have them on the show today. I love them. Sweet Inspiration is the song, Marcy and the Cookies.
Sweet inspiration.
Sing it again! Sing it again! Okay, get up there. Great to see you. Marty and the cookies, aren't they wonderful? We'll take a commercial break.
See the vehicle that's at least 6 steps ahead of any other.
No, I'm not hallucinating.
It'll go where no machine has gone before. Beyond 2000 Tuesday on 7.
Remember that last commercial for king-size menswear? Well, lots of guys of medium size have discovered that king-size stock top labels at great prices. Look at this superb new season's range. Cool summer tones, the comfortable natural look, feels great. There's Pierre Cardin, Yves Saint Laurent and many more. I mean, if I can look this good in the new king-size summer range, how good can you look? Why don't you come into king-size menswear or phone for a free catalogue?
Your Garden, Australia's favourite gardening magazine. Every month through every season, Your Garden brings you the best advice for better gardening. There are brilliant features, things to do and make, our exclusive garden diary for all regions, the Garden Doctor answers all your questions. And this month, a complete guide to growing dazzling dahlias, expert tips for top tomatoes, 5 orchids that are so easy to grow, plus fun for kids with Kevin Hines. Your Garden, Australia's favourite gardening magazine.
We'll really get you growing.
Out now.
You know what's good for me. It's the way you get suspicious if I were eating ain't nutritious. You know what's good for me. And though we're not the wealthiest, we'll always be the healthiest. Yes, you know what's good for me. That SPC in natural juice, baby. You know what's good for me. And I love you.
Comprate direttamente, comprate da Verducci, la famosa casa della biancheria e del corredo. Verducci Imports, where quality doesn't cost the earth. This Swiss lace comforter set is $150. Louis Olé bathrobe only $65. Agoraste a poton Verducci, I caliteri piotita, I piof tines times. Go to Verducci and save. Buy from Verducci at discount prices. Venite da Verducci.
The scatterbrained wife of a titled English businessman desperately desires to launch her American stepdaughter on the London season. The gay, witty drawing room farce of William Douglas Hume, The Reluctant Debutante with Kay Kendall and Rex Harrison. It's Monday's afternoon movie here on Network 7.
Hope you've enjoyed the show today. We've had some phone calls about my eyes. I do apologise for them. Unfortunately, I'm a sufferer of hay fever and I've got it chronically today. But I've battled through, auto cue or no auto cue. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Jeannie. And thank you, Gina. Lovely meeting you. Forget what, but... Oh, we're going down. OK, we'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
When in Melbourne, our guest fair at Hilton on the Park. This has been a Junior production for the Australian Television.